Hello everybody, welcome to this Verbling class. My name's Teacher Amy. Apologies for the couple of minutes late. I seem to have some technical issues, but hopefully I've sorted those out. So here we are. Welcome to today's class, which is called How to Say No. Are you guys good at saying no to things that you really don't want to do, or wish you didn't have to do, or can't do? It seems like a silly thing to not be able to do, but I think it's a lot harder to say no than it sounds. So we're going to be reading something today from a website which kind of explains some useful ways to help you in saying no to things that you don't want to do or that you can't do, but in a nice way. So, welcome to the class. Do come along in if you've booked a slot and join us as soon as you can. While we're just waiting for the rest of the students to arrive, I'll let you know about 2 pages that you can use for your time here on Verbling. So I'm going to post them both into the chat box. The first is my Facebook page, and the second is my Verbling teacher page. So you can use those pages to find out more info about any of the teachers, to keep in touch with us, to check out our calendars and schedules, and to book private tutoring slots if you're interested in private tutoring. Just check out the Verbling teacher pages for any of the teachers, and if you have any questions, do let us know. There's a messaging feature you can use on there too. So do go check those out if you haven't before. If you're watching this from YouTube or Google Plus or somewhere else, then you can check us all out at verbling.com. And we're going to start now by saying hello to the lovely students we have today to talk about how to say no. All right, Alejandro, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good, excellent. And tell me, what did you do? Well, yesterday for you, right? Because it's evening. Did you do anything good yesterday after class? Did you go to work? What did you do?
Yesterday, I was doing nothing.
You didn't do anything?
No.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like a very good day. Did you have just have a rest?
I'm sorry, but I have a lot of free time.
There's no need to be sorry, Alejandro. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, just a sec. Guys, could you just make sure that you're muted unless you're talking, because it's a bit hard to hear otherwise. So, Alejandro, you're using your free time to practice your English, it looks like.
Yes.
Great choice,
Yeah.
great choice.
I prefer study something useful.
Absolutely.
Than waste my time.
Absolutely, Alejandro. I agree 100%. Well, welcome to the class. Good to see you. Who else do we have here? We have Jose. Hello.
My teacher.
Hello, Jose. Now I can hear you. I can't really see you. And I can't see a picture either. I'm just wondering if I've met you before.
Okay, teacher.
Is this your first time in my class?
Yes. I have a problems with my microphone.
Okay, that's all right.
I don't know. Okay, teacher.
Don't worry, Jose. You don't. Sorry.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, what I was going to say is that you don't need to have a camera. That's all right. And I seem to be able to hear you okay, so should be fine. Okay, welcome, Jose. Nice to have you. Ramon. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Have I met you before, Ramon?
No. In fact, it's the first class with you.
Excellent. Well, hello. Welcome. Lovely to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Which part of Brazil are you from?
I'm from Minas Gerais. Do you know Minas Gerais? It's close to São Paulo and Rio.
I believe that I have heard of it before. It's not a name that's easy for me to remember, but it gives me a rough idea of where you are. That's great. So tell me about English. Why are you studying English?
First of all, because of study, and secondly, I used to say it's because my job.
Hmm. All right, excellent. And what is your
Mhm.
job? What do you do?
I work as a web developer and as a business analyst.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, you need English to be able to communicate with lots of different people, I imagine.
Yes, yes, that's true. Besides English, I study Spanish too.
All right, excellent. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Ramon. Welcome to the class.
Yeah, thank you. The same thing here.
Okay, who else do we have here? Raphael, hello.
Hello, Amy.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking you.
I'm great. Has it been a good day?
Also, just a normal day of
Just a
work and
regular day?
yes, nothing special.
All right, well, Raphael, your question for today is really easy for me because it's the question of the class. Are you good at saying no?
No.
Well, there you go. At least you can admit it. It's quite a funny topic because I actually personally think not many people are very good at this. If I just look at the people who are in my life, maybe one of my friends is extremely good at saying no. Not many of us are. So there you go, Raphael. You're going to learn some tips today for when things come up that you do not want to do or attend, okay?
People usually don't like this kind of people.
That's true. Well, okay. Maybe. But I reckon they have a better life. More relaxing, less stressful, less events to attend that they don't enjoy. We're going to see today anyway. All right, welcome to the class, Raphael. Who else do we have here? Mikkel, hello.
Hello, Amy.
How are you today, Mikkel?
Very good, thank you. What about you?
I'm great, thanks. And what's been going on in your life, Mikkel? Anything? Anything exciting?
Not anything exciting. I was in the future. More change. But it's nice. It's nice.
All right. Nothing exciting, but things are okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's great to know. How about you, Mikkel? Are you good at saying no? Do you find it easy to say no to people?
No, it's easy. No. But I don't like to. I don't like to tell. I don't like to tell no. I like more to tell yes.
Yeah,
because it's good news. It's better to tell yes, but no is no. Normally, when you tell no, it's because the thing is no good.
That's very true. Yeah, Mikkel, that's a good point that you make. Just a point about English. I don't like to say no rather than tell, okay? I don't like to say no.
Yes, but sometimes it's necessary to tell no because the thing is not properly. You have to tell no.
Yeah, you have to say. We don't use the verb tell with no. Okay? You have to say no. All right, Mikkel. Thank you. We'll come back to you later with some more questions and we'll do a bit of reading too. Let's say hi to the other students who have arrived. We have Yassine.
Hello.
Hello. How did I do with your name?
What did you?
How was I supposed to say your name? Is it Yassine?
Yes.
Ah, excellent. Well, there you go. That was a lucky guess. And it's nice to meet you, Yassine. Where are you from?
I'm from Algeria.
You're from where?
I'm from Algeria.
I can't hear you very well, Yassine. Is your microphone working okay?
From Nigeria, she said, maybe.
Thank you, Yuki. You come from Nigeria. It's very, I'm not sure. It's very muffled. Maybe you could speak a little bit louder?
Okay. I'm not from Nigeria. I'm from Algeria.
Algeria.
I'm sorry.
We've got it. Thank you, Yassine. Algeria. Good. Now I can hear you. That sounds better. All right, Algeria. Excellent. And why are you learning English?
I am learning English because I need this language, and it is very usually of my job.
All right. So you need it for your work. What's your job, Yassine?
I teach at the university.
You teach what?
I teach in the university.
You teach in the university. What subject?
Subject French.
You teach French, so you're a language teacher.
Yeah.
Well, it's
what?
very nice to meet a fellow language teacher.
Yeah. I'm Arabic. I am Arabic speaking, and French is the second language.
Ah, what other language do you speak?
I speak Arabic because it's my native language, and French the second language. Then I need English because I want to write article, publication.
Mm-hmm.
I need
Wow.
to publish in the journal.
Okay, so you have a very specific goal, Yassine.
What specific?
A specific goal or aim.
Medical terms and you see?
All right. Yeah, absolutely. That's very great.
This time is my first time study. My first lesson.
Your first lesson on verbling?
Yes.
Welcome! It's great to have you on verbling.
Excuse my bad English, but
No, don't be silly. It's not to do with your English, Yassine. It's just to do with the connection. It's a little bit tricky to hear you, but it's okay if you speak nice and loudly. So, all right. So you already speak Arabic and French, and now you're learning English. It's very impressive. Well, welcome to the class. If you have any questions for us about how verbling works, or you can't understand anything, just tell us, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right, welcome. Now, who else do we have to say hello to here? Yuki.
Hi.
Hi, Yuki. How are you tonight, or whatever time it is there?
Not too bad. Except that I'm completely have insomnia now.
And it's totally
That's
fine,
why I can
right?
join your class. Maybe there is a pros and
I'm sorry that you have
advantage.
insomnia. But it's very
Yes.
nice having you in our class, Yuki.
Me too. Thank you.
All right, so tell me about you and saying no. Are you able to say no easily or not?
You know, I'm so timid that it is very difficult for me to say no. My enemy is salesman, especially aggressive one. Sometimes I buy not necessary things like massage tools.
You made me laugh. All right,
Yes.
so you're
That to get my wife angry.
I can imagine. I live with a flatmate who is exactly the same as you, Yuki. So if anybody approaches her about anything, she will buy it. She cannot say no to anybody. So I know what it's like.
I think woman is stronger than men in this matter. Yes,
Maybe. I don't know. We're going to find out, but maybe we can help you, Yuki. Maybe your wife will appreciate your insomnia if you learn some saying no techniques today.
Yes, I definitely I'll explain about it my wife tomorrow.
Excellent.
Yes, today. Yes.
All right, very good. I just want to say, I'm not sure whether we've got two Jose Fernando, or whether it's one who's left and come back. Do we have two Jose's here? Can you say hello if your name is Jose? We have no Jose's. Alright, I'm not sure if it's technological or is it just a coincidence. So I'm going to continue. We'll come back to you, Jose's. Okay, guys, we're going to be reading an article today called How to Say No to Anyone, Even a Good Friend. So, if you can learn the techniques that you will be presented with in this lesson, you're going to be a saying no expert. And according to Raphael, nobody will like you anymore. So be prepared to sacrifice all of your friendships, but at least you won't have to attend any events that are boring. No, only kidding. Okay, Jose says he's got some problems. Don't worry, keep working on them, Jose, and we will try and come back to you. So I'm going to do a screen share, guys. Feel free to load up that article in your own window. It's a little bit lopsided. I've zoomed in as much as I can. But hopefully it should be good enough. Maybe try one more. There you go, that's better. Alright, so here we have the article title, and you can see a nice keyboard which says no instead of enter, which is quite a nice touch, I think. Alright, so what we're going to do, guys, is really mainly practice our reading today. Just take your time with your reading, pronunciation, new words that we come across we will discuss, and we're also going to talk about what we read to see whether we think it's actually helpful or is it a load of rubbish. So we're going to go first with, I think I'll start from the other end today. Let's start with Yuki. Yuki, could you start please with sometimes?
Yes. From where? Sometimes, okay.
Yep.
Sometimes the hardest part of talking with people you care about is saying no. They might need a favor or a loan or just a ride, but you can't always be available to help everyone. Here's what I've learned from my experience about how to say no to even a good friend. Yes, I'm very interested in today's theme. I'd like to know.
Or a salesman in brackets. Yeah, there you go, Yuki. Keep going, please.
This post, it was the kind of email that makes your shoulder clench up tight by your ears. A friend, not a super close one, but one I respected and admired, wanted my help with the writing project. Her deadline was 7 days away. She just needed a few hours of my time. She was even willing to pay me. Would I help?
Thank you, Yuki. Would I help? Yeah, that's a better intonation. Yeah. We're just going to pause there for a second. We've got the little introduction. That was beautiful reading. Any questions about any vocab before we start talking? Nobody? Okay, I want to point this one here out. To clench your shoulders. What does it mean to clench something?
Clench is teeth. Hold your teeth. So maybe endure here, no?
Endure?
No. Hold. I think of endure your desire, hold your title in your hand.
Yes, you're getting much closer, Yuki. Look, I'm just going to take the screenshot and do it for you. To do this, is to clench your fists, right? To clench your shoulders is like this. So it means to tense up your body. To tense up your body. If you clench your fist, then it's probably you're going to punch somebody or you're feeling stressed. Okay, so nobody's got any questions about vocabulary. We all understand what's happened. Thanks for reading, Yuki. Let's imagine for a moment that this has happened to us, okay? So this guy gives a bit of an introduction, and then he starts off. It was the kind of email that makes your shoulders clench up. Your friend writes to you, and she wants help with her writing project. All right, let's imagine that we don't want to help your friend, okay? None of us want to help our friends. For one reason or another, maybe we don't have time, we aren't good at writing, we just don't feel like it, it's not our strength, whatever the reason may be. What is your typical response? So guys, we need to be honest with each other, right? If somebody wrote to me and said this to me and I really didn't want to help, what would I say? I'm going to ask Ramon. Ramon, what would you say to your friend?
I don't know, it's hard because, yeah, especially with friends, if you say something, they may feel bad. But
Yep.
the other way, if you don't say, it's probably they will ask you something every time. So
Yep, exactly.
it's hard, I don't know.
All right, so Ramon's not
What,
sure. He
what,
needs to think about it.
could I say?
Okay, so obviously we're trying to imagine that we don't want to help our friend. Who out of you, even if you didn't want to help them, would anybody here say yes anyway and do it despite the fact that they really didn't want to? Yuki?
Yes. Always it is difficult for me to say no, even in this case, maybe.
So what would you do, Yuki, in this hypothetical situation?
If I'd like to deny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't want to do it, would you say yes anyway, or would you try and come up with some kind of excuse, or what would you do?
I'm sorry. I understand you are very difficult situation, but I have no time to help you. My wife is all very needed to my help. She is pregnant now, so.
Okay, so Yuki blames it on his wife. Excellent, excellent idea, Yuki.
So yes.
Okay, thank you, Yuki. That's a great excuse. The only problem is that I am not married. So what am I going to do? Alejandro, what would you do? What would you say?
I would say him yes, of course.
Okay, so you actually would want to help, or it's just that you don't know how to say no?
If he is my friend, I would say him yes, I can help you.
Oh, Alejandro, you're a great friend by the sounds of things. That's very nice. All right, how about Mikkel? He finds it easy. He just says, no, 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 don't you, Mikkel?
But I think in this case we are reading when you have a close friend or not very close. For me, for example, I try to help if I can. Logically, depend where is the question we are speaking, but I try to always to help my friends.
All right, yeah.
If it's a thing, no important thing or important thing, if I suppose I can, I try to help because I think I feel better if I can help the people in general. But it's a close friend or not very close friend.
Yeah.
I always try, but sometimes it's difficult because you have always the best solution for the matter.
Definitely. Oh, Mikkel and Alejandro, you guys sound like awesome friends, I must say. Much better than me. Okay, so we're going to keep on reading and find out what this guy does. Thank you very much, Yuki. And Yassine, if you could please continue reading from I Took a Deep Breath.
But I didn't. I don't see the paragraph.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't see it?
Yes. I read.
Yes, please.
Yes, I took a deep breath, or a friend. I start, but which phrases?
Yep, that's correct, Yassine. Just keep going. I want you to read about down to here something.
I took deep breath, glanced at my calendar, and thought it over. I could probably squeeze this little project into my week if I juggled a few things around, woke up earlier, stayed up later, or carved out some time on the Saturday or Sunday. But even just thinking about it, it was already feeling bitter and resentful. The truth was I simply didn't want to do it. Isn't I continue?
Just one more bit.
The project didn't excite me. The money didn't make it any more appealing. I would rather have those hours to myself to work on my other projects, or just further with my sweetheart.
Thank you, Yassine. Let's stop there for a moment. Thank you very much for that reading. Really great reading. There's a few words I just want you to repeat after me, okay?
Yes.
So this one is chewed.
Chewed.
Yeah, that's better. This one, this is a good word. Juggled.
Juggled.
So not juggled, but juggled.
Juggled.
That's better. Yep, juggled.
Juggled, yes.
Good. And last one? Rather. Excellent. Well done. I really like the way that you took each of those words carefully and you pronounced them really well. So excellent reading. Any questions about the words in here, guys? What do we understand everything?
I answer.
Anybody? Yes, if you like, Yassine, or somebody else.
I don't understand. I took a deep breath.
Okay.
The sense. What does mean this sentence?
Okay. What does this sentence mean? What does this sentence mean?
What does this sentence mean?
Very good. Can anyone explain it? Any volunteers?
I think he is very reluctant to. He is now consider about the possibility of his support to his friend. So.
Thank you, Yuki. Yeah,
considering.
that's absolutely right. So it tells us that the writer is considering the request. And what does he do exactly? So he does three things. He takes a deep breath. That means that you just breathe, Yassine. You go, okay?
Yes.
To glance at his calendar. Can we think of a synonym for glance?
No.
Anybody?
She view.
Yeah. View or look. So he looks at his calendar and chews it over. What's chewing something over?
Show it over.
Consider.
Yeah, absolutely. So to chew it over is like what a cow does, right? Chews grass sort of over and over again. It means that he's thinking about it.
Think carefully.
Yeah, thinking carefully. I like that. Perfect. All right, is that more clear, Yassine?
Yes.
Good.
It's okay. Yes.
Anybody have any other questions? Nope. All right, we're going to continue reading. Raphael from There Was No Compelling Reason.
I continue me.
No, thank you, Yassine, but Raphael will continue now.
There was no compelling reason why I ought to say yes to her request, other than just to be nice and help out a friend. And while I do love being a nice, helpful friend, sometimes the answer is not this time. It was slightly inquired, but I made my decision. I was ready to craft a response and say no.
Keep going.
And let me tell you, it's a funny thing. Even as a professional writer and communication strategist who makes a living advising people on what to say and how to say it, saying no to a friend is still a tricky scenario, especially when you are nervous about damaging the relationship. What I do now, though, is that saying no gets easier with practice and repetition. And having the right script, a starting point, so you're not starting at a blank screen, can make all the difference.
Just the last line, Raphael.
Here's a universal script that works for just about any scenario.
Great, thank you. Just one word at the beginning. Where did you start from? Here. This word here is awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah, that's better. And then this little bit here, because what we're doing is we're contrasting against something that we don't know, right? So the stuff up here is sort of what we don't know, and now we're contrasting it with what I do know, though. So we have to put a lot of emphasis on the do, otherwise it doesn't come across with the correct meaning. So it should be what I do know, though, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Raphael. Okay, anyone want to ask any questions about the vocab in that little section? No, I think it's straightforward. That's great. Okay, we're going to continue reading, and we're actually going to read this guy's script and talk about what we think of it. So, Ramon, could you read it for us? You can put in a name, and you can add some stuff in the spaces if you like. Okay.
Okay. Hey, John. Thanks for your note. I'm so proud for your achievement, and I'm flattered that you'd like to bring my brain to the mix. I need to say no because I'm trying to help you, but I would love to support you in a different way. I can want someone to help you. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend. I'm honored to be part of your world. I hope you can find a good way to do what you think. You're sincerely, Ramon.
Oh, very good. I love it, Ramon. That was great. The only thing is that you probably don't need to write yours sincerely with your friends. So
Yes, that's true. Yes, of course.
It might be a little bit formal. But apart from that, that was awesome. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask Mikkel to do the same thing, and we'll see what his letter sounds like. So, Mikkel, all you need to do is read what Ramon just read, but this time you add in what you think in these spaces, okay?
Okay. Thank you for your note. Bueno, hey, thank you for your note. I am so proud of your for your notice or for your notice. I am flattered that you'd like to bring me by brain into the mix. I need to say no because you remember the last time I don't receive any notice about. I need to say no because I don't receive any notice about you. But I would, but I would love to support you in a different way. Offer an alternative from your support here. Thank you for being such a wonderful. Thank you for being such a wonderful. I don't know. I am honored to be part of your world. Thank you for being such a wonderful to contact with me.
Yeah, okay.
With me.
Mhm.
A few closing words you would like. I hope in the future we can change a lot of things.
I love your letter, Mikhail. It's so entertaining. Okay, very good. Ramon and Mikhail, you both came up with pretty different letters. I'm going to ask Jose if I'm not sure if either of the Jose's can hear me. Are you guys there, or are you there, Jose? No? Okay. I'll skip on to Alejandro. Alejandro, what's your opinion of this letter? Do you think this is helpful or is it a bit silly?
It's quite silly.
Why do you say that?
He's thankful, but he didn't help his friend.
Yes, I think you've put it in a nutshell there, Alejandro. Thank you. I think that possibly this can be helpful if you get stuck or you need a starting point. Maybe that's sort of what it's for. It's not like you have to send this letter to all of your friends every time you want to say no to them. He's given you an example there. So, Alejandro, can you read out his example? And we'll see if you still think it's silly at the end of this. So, hey, Angela.
Hey, Angela. Thanks for your note. I'm so proud of you for deciding to apply for that small business owner award, and I'm flattered that you'd like to bring my brain into the mix. I need to say no because my week is already quite full, and I know it wouldn't be sane or humane for me to add anything new to my plate. But I would love to support you in a different way. I've attached a couple of worksheets that I created for a recent writing workshop, including a couple of templates that will help you to craft a bio, a manifesto, and a few other pieces for your application. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend and colleague. I am honored to be part of your work. Good luck with the contest. I know you're going to do a terrific job. Alex.
Thanks, Alejandro. Beautiful reading. Just a couple of words here. This one is humane.
Humane.
Great. And then this one is bio. This is short for biography, but we say bio.
Bio.
Okay, just before we talk about it, anyone have any questions?
This letter is full of excuses.
I'm so glad you came to this class, Alejandro. All right, so you're not impressed, are you? If you received this letter, Alejandro, what would you think? You wouldn't be impressed?
Well, I don't know.
Right. So Alejandro thinks this is pretty unimpressive, and he thinks that it's basically just lots of excuses. Is there anyone who disagrees with Alejandro and thinks actually this is quite helpful and might be handy? No, Alejandro, we all agree with you. All right, we're going to continue on and read what else this guy has to say. So, Yuki, it's your turn again. We're going to read from here are 3 points.
Okay. Just a minute. Here are 3 points to remember when you are using this particular script or something similar to say no to a friend. Say it first. Don't keep your friend hanging on for days or weeks, hoping she'll forget about it. She won't. Explain why. Explain why, briefly. Depending on the nature of your relationship, you may want to explain why you are saying no. But don't over-explain or give your entire life story. That's not necessary. Yes, I agree. In the example above, in the example above, I mentioned that I have a particularly busy week, period. In some instances, no explanation is required, but for close friends, it can often be a nice touch. If you are concise and honest, friends will almost always understand.
Thank you, Yuki. We'll just keep going, but I'll ask Raphael to propose something else.
Propose something else. The key to crafting a gentle no is to include an alternative form of support. Think, a link to a helpful blog post, a resource, a worksheet, a few quick tips, or a referral or personal introduction to someone who might be able to help. This alternative should obviously be something that you are willing to give or do because it's easier, less complicated, or less time-consuming. It doesn't cost money, or it just feels good for you to offer, not something that makes more of your time. The late Steve Jobs once said, "Focus is about saying no. Ain't that the truth?" Don't overclutter your calendar with commitments that derail your focus, pulling you away from the work that you truly want to do. It's not good for your career. It's not good for your soul. And if someone gets furious because of your saying reasonable, elegantly articulated no, well, he or she was probably never your true friend to begin with. Good thing you know. So that now you can say yes to a friendship with somebody else.
Thank you, Raphael. This word here is elegantly. Elegantly.
Elegantly.
Perfect. All right, thank you to Yuki and Raphael. We just read those all through together because they're sort of like the 3 main points. So I'm going to ask Ramon. Ramon, what do you think about these 3 points? We've got say it fast, explain why briefly, and propose something else. Do you think that they're valid points? Are they things that you're going to think of or remember, or they're useless? What do you think about it?
So, in that case, I guess the best thing to do is to say you're not able to help at the first moment. Personally, I don't like people who try to deceive everyone doing that, not answering at the same time, and they try to pretend you and believing you are going to forget. I guess it's just not honest.
Absolutely. So you think that it's important I think when we hear or when we receive a request from somebody, we almost immediately know whether we want to do it or not, right? It's quite quick, the decision.
Yeah.
So you feel that it's important to tell the person as soon as you can. Is that what you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, Ramon. What about this?
Yes, I guess it's the best way to do.
I think that's fair enough. What do you think about this one? Explaining why. Is it necessary to explain why? And if so, how much information do you think they need? Ramon, what do you think?
I'm sorry,
You didn't.
I couldn't hear you because your voice were cutting for me.
Ah, okay. Oh, let me repeat. I just want you to tell me what your opinion
Can you
is.
repeat now? I guess.
Yeah, sure. This one here, number 2. Do you think it's important to tell your friend why you're saying no?
Yes, of course. Yes, we have to. Every time you don't have time, patience, or interest to help, you have to say no. But many people don't do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess it's important.
All right. Thank you, Ramon. Let's ask
Especially.
Michelle. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Especially.
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Let's ask Michelle then. Michelle, what do you think about these 2 first points? Saying it fast and explaining it briefly.
Well, I think it's logic because it's better if you done a response to explain yes or no and give you a little brief, but you respond one or yes or no in this case. I suppose it's logic. It's a response of logic. For me, I accord in this explanation.
Okay. So, Michelle, you think that this is pretty much common sense, right? You have to be a bit of an idiot, really, not to do this. Alejandro, I like your opinion because you've been very direct and very honest, and we've read this guy's post. What can you tell us if you decide that you don't want to do something, or that you don't have time, or what for whatever reason? How do you tell your friend?
I was thinking about he or she should have a great ego. She wants to explain something ridiculous. I prefer give help before asking for help. You have to say yes or no, but many words could be no honest.
Yeah, dishonest.
Dishonest. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good points. Okay, so I think when we started this class, I asked you all how good you are at saying no. So I think probably Alejandro and Mikhail were sort of like, oh, it's not too bad. Raphael and Yuki were like, oh, it's awful. So I'm going to ask Raphael and Yuki. We've read all of this stuff. Raphael, what do you think of this guy and his ideas? Do you think they're helpful at all or not really?
It depends. It depends on who are you talking. People are different. People have different reactions and everything. So it can work as a guideline to how to deal with people when you have to say no and people simply don't accept. But it's not a rule. It's relative, I think.
Absolutely. So you can kind of use some of these ideas maybe depending on who it is that you're actually saying no to.
Yeah. Sorry, did you ask me?
Do you want to sleep, Rafa?
No.
You asked.
Me?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, I hear
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Excellent. I don't know what just happened then. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Raphael. I was just going to say, all right, so you feel that it is relevant.
Teacher.
Oh, teacher's voice cutting up.
Is that? That's so weird. All right, so you can't hear me very well, guys.
Now I hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong, but anyway, Yuki, all right, sorry, Raphael, that was a little bit cut off. Yuki, what's your opinion on this? Do you think this is going to help you to say no to salesmen?
What is written here is very, very good suggestion for me. I feel strong pain in my chest because that is what I am always doing when I have to reply the email for my friend's request. It's very. I understand that how disgusting the letter that is shown above. This kind of letter is very disgusting. I think it's very important to say first. Procrastinate is not. You don't. People often procrastinate when it comes to when they need to reply. Especially in this case, very someone asked you help. So I think say it first is very important, and explain very briefly. It's important because it is not so beautiful to write long for your excuse. It would be painful for sender to read a long message about your excuse. So explain briefly is very important factor, and I think most important thing is show your honesty to your friend. So propose something else. So alternative offer, alternative help is proposing showing alternative method is very important and effective. But although it is very difficult to find the alternative helping method for your friend,
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's really true, Yuki. I thought that myself. And by the way, it's alternative. Alternative.
Sorry. Alternative.
That's right, yeah. I think it is sometimes actually, if you think of some situations, I find it difficult to think of an alternative. And if you haven't got an alternative, it makes it a little bit more awkward, right? Saying no, because you can't really say, well, no, but. You just have to say, no, sorry, that's it. Good point, Yuki. All right, so what do you think about this last bit he says at the bottom? If someone gets furious because of your sane, reasonable, elegantly articulated no, he was probably never your true friend to begin with. Good thing you know. Raphael, what do you think of this? Because you were the one at the beginning who mentioned the fact that people who are very good at saying no often aren't particularly well liked. Do you think that this guy has a point or not really?
I think so. I think he has a point, or because I think he might have dealt with several different people in his life, in his career, and his environment. So yes, he has some reason to some extent. He is right, but as I said before, it's relative.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Ramon, last question of the class is for you. Do you think that it is more difficult to say no to somebody who you're close to or to somebody that you don't know particularly well?
I guess for some areas he's really close to me.
Okay, why?
Yeah, because those kind of people usually get angry or bad when you say no to them, because they used to say, you are not my friend because you are not going to help me. And the same thing. And people you are not so close, in fact, they already expect you're saying no.
Good point. Okay, so Ramon, in your own life, who is the most difficult person to say no to?
I'm sorry?
Who is the most difficult person for you to say no to in your life? Do you have somebody who you never say no to because you can't?
I don't remember.
Pardon?
No.
Nobody in particular? There are lots of suggestions in the chat box. Alejandro says maybe your boss. Yuki says your wife, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nah.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah,
because
if my boss asks me for something, yes, if he asks me for something I don't want to do, I just will say I won't do it.
Sounds like you have a very
because
nice
I'm not able or I don't want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I guess it's really better when you say no instead of saying well, yes, and not doing.
That's true. That
At
is
least with me, if I ask you something and you say no, I can't or I won't, and I can say okay, it's better than you say no, I will do it for you, but you never do. I really hate it.
Me too, Ramon. Good point. I think we'll finish with that, right? Don't forget what Ramon just said, guys. It's better to say no and not do it than it is to say yes and not do it, even if it's hard to say no. So let's hope that, Yuki doesn't buy any more useless massage tools, and we'll also hope that Raphael doesn't lose all of his friends. But thank you all for your participation in this class. You've all spoken really well. If you want to do some writing, come join me for the next class. And if not, I hope to see you all again soon. So take care and see you later.
Yeah,
Thank you, Amy. Bye.
I don't say no. I'll join next class.
Thank you, Yuki.
See you next